Lately, for the past couple of months, I had this I've had this inner conviction that I've been trying to ignore, or I've been trying to suppress, thinking that it wasn't too important or it wasn't a big deal. But I don't know, I feel like we as Christians, we need to be aware of this. And that is the excessive use of social media and technology in general. I feel like we as Christians are living a very different era compared to, other Christians who lived centuries ago. With technology, with social media, short form content, all of these things are very powerful mediators and very powerful instruments that the enemy can use to pull us away from God. And I feel like it isn't really talked about in the church in general. Thinking about simply thinking about short form content, I feel like lately we're entering an era that, in which short form content and the use of it and the effects of it cannot be ignored. Like, think about, for example, social media addiction, or addiction from, simply doom scrolling. It really isn't talked about enough. I feel like we as Christians aren't talk about this enough because we're simply too distracted. It is distracting us. Short form content is distracting us. Social media is distracting us. It is distracting, but even perhaps destroying us. It is destroying our time, our attention. It is shifting our minds toward something else that is not God. And I feel like as Christians, we are the ones that really need to be informed on these matters. We need to be informed on the dangers and effects and consequences of the use of social media. And I feel like so many Christians right now are just underestimating them so much. And it is kind of dangerous. I feel like as Christians, we're thinking that we're not treating social media addiction as a real addiction. Like, we condemn smoking or drinking, but we fail to realize that even addiction, even phone addiction, social media addiction, or technology addiction, they are a form of addiction too. And yes, I agree that social media can be an instrument, and that is a very beautiful and useful instrument to spread the word of God. And I believe that they must continue. They must not stop, But at the same time, there are so many negative effects on social media. We're forgetting that social media can bring to extreme consequences, and that leads to addiction. So I'm not saying that, let's just quit social media once for all. No, I'm saying that we must be aware of the consequences and the effects of it. We must be aware of how our phone, that God would consider perhaps an idol in some of our lives, let's consider how much it affects our daily life, what role it plays when it comes to our relationship with Jesus. And let's be aware of how social media, our phone, technology in general affect our lives, and if it acts as an obstacle in our relationship with God.